Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sasha. I love indie eyeshadow palettes. I love duochromes, multichromes, the shiftiness, the shimmers, all the sparkles. And if you guys are new to my channel and love indie eyeshadow palettes, I review a lot of them, or I mean I try to. I just buy whatever I can, but I love doing makeup videos. I love doing unboxing, so if you guys are into that kind of content, then I hope you guys consider subscribing because I would love to have you guys here. But for today's video, we're going to be reviewing some singles from Terramoons Cosmetics. So I picked up 6 from their winter collection. The shades I got were OPHIUCHUS, Venus in Chains, Zenith, OPPY, Interdimensional, and Lunar Lavender. I already took some pictures and video shots to show the shifts and stuff, and I still have the swatches on my arm too. So I did swatches on my palm, and what else did I do? I showed how the single itself, like how it shifts. So this time I used my phone because my phone captures it better. So I wanted to do some eye swatches for all the singles. Even though I did all the swatches, I'm just gonna talk about all the singles I got, and then I'm gonna do some eye swatches, and then I'm gonna do an eye look tutorial, or just an eye look, you know. So I got the shade OPHIUCHUS. So this one's like a really green shade, and this one's a smooth formula, so it's not like a chunky formula. So you don't really need that much. With Terramoons Cosmetics, you don't need that much for pigmentation, but it's a nice green, so that's why I picked it up. I don't have a lot of like special green, so it looks like this, and I really love it. So it's like a dark green, like almost like a grass green, and to a yellow almost. Yeah, like a grass green to a little bit of a yellow green. So it's really pretty. It's a strong green shade, so that's why I really want to pick this one up. The next shade is OPPY. So OPPY is a really wearable shade. So it almost looks like a gray purple, but it has like hints of green. So it's like a grayish purple base, almost with a, actually let me see my swatch real quick. So it has like a lime, like a very toned down lime with pink, like pinkish purple sparkles a little bit. It's very subtle, like the sparkles. Oh yeah, it's like a gray tone base. Oh, like a gray green base with some pink sparkle. So this one's really pretty, and I love this one a lot. This one's like a very wearable shade. Alright, so the next shade, this one's actually the most affordable shade. All the other ones are more expensive. This one's like $7, so I highly recommend this one because it's like one of my favorites, you guys. So this one is Lunar Lavender. So if you love purples or purple grays, then you will love this one. This one's another smooth formula, so not like a chunky one. So it's really pretty. So this one, it has like, God, this one's so interesting to me because so it has like a reddish purple base, like very toned down, and then you see like blue sparkles. So it's like pink but a little bit blue and purple at the same time. So it's very toned down. So these two shades, what is it? OPPY and Lunar Lavender, they're very wearable shades. So if you want something like special but you don't want it to be like just out there, then I say get these two. They're really pretty. So OPPY has like a little pink sparkles, while Lunar Lavender has like blue sparkles, so you guys could see it. So the next 3 shades, they're more on an intense side. So this is the shade Venus in Chains. So this was the very first shade that really caught my eye because I felt like it was really gorgeous from how they captured it, and I try to capture it as best as I can. And now that I swatched it on my arm, it actually looks better on my arm than the palm swatches. So this is Venus in Chains. So this one's like a really unique shade. So it looks like a burnt red, and it has like yellow, like a gold. I think this is like a wearable red. Like I'm not like very like into like red. I'm trying to get more into red. So for this year, I'm doing my best to do colors that I'm not like so comfortable with. So those are like reds and really like dark shades. And also, I mean, I kind of do love orange, but it's the red shades. The red shades they kind of intimidate me, but it is a very wearable and gorgeous shade. I would wear this on its own, and when maybe with the like an orange matte or a brown matte. So it's, I mean, it's still like kind of out there for a red, but it's like toned down. It's like a cool toned red brick shade, and it has like blue sparkles, and it also has like some gold sparkles as well. So this one's like not like super shifty, but you see the contrast between the sparkles and the base of it, so it's really pretty. Zenith, out of all the shades I picked up, Zenith is the most unique shade. So yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit chunkier. Then the Venus's chain is also a little bit chunky, like a little bit, like it gets a little bit foily like when you swatch it. But this is such a unique shade because this is the most shiftiest shade that I have right here. That's why I really wanted to pick it up. I think out of all the shades, Zenith's probably the most unique shade from the winter collection, because this one, I like the colors, the shift. Okay, so it's like a dark base. Oh, also this shade stains too. When I swatched it on my palm and even my finger, this shade stains, Zenith. So it has like a green, like a mossy green base, and then the sparkles of it is like red, gold, like a yellow gold, and yeah, mostly like a red. But when you see it like has a flat on my arm, you see the red more in the middle, while on the sides you see the base color of it. So it's like the shiftiest. So if you put it on your eyeball, it's probably gonna look like a halo look. That's what I'm assuming based on my arm. So the last shade I got was Interdimensional. So this one, I needed it. So it was between this shade or the other shade that looked pretty similar. I think this one's probably the most intense. I think that's why I picked it. Yeah, I think the other one's like, if I remember right. So this is Interdimensional. So it's a very blue shade. It's like blue and a purple. It looks like it has hints of like turquoise. So this shade is also a little bit chunky, so you don't need that much, and also it stains as well. So the base of it is like a red, like a brown red base, and then the sparkles, it has like blue sparkles. When you hit it to the light, you see more of a turquoise instead of just a regular blue. So it's like a blue like regular blue sparkles to like a teal. Yeah, like a blue teal. So if you're into purples and blues, then you'll like the shade. It has, remember, it has like a red brown base. Now let's do some eye swatches, because I'm really tempted to see how it looks on the eyes. I know we've seen the swatches on my palm, maybe the finger in my arm, but it's all, you know, it all depends on the eyes, because that's where we put it mostly. So we want to see how it looks on the eyes. I want to see how it looks on the eyes too. So I'm going to first swatch OPHIUCHUS. Sorry, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. OPHIUCHUS. OPHIUCHUS. Okay, so this one's like a really green shade, so I'm just gonna finger swatch it. Okay, and I'm just gonna swatch it on my right eye. So this one's a little smooth formula, so I'm gonna just get this much, and so I'm just gonna swatch it from here, pat it. I don't have NYX glitter glue, I only have the eyeshadow primer, and yeah, this is definitely like a green shade. So for this video, I was really trying to figure out, like, I kind of wanted to do everything just to test out the waters, to see what you guys prefer. Like, I love doing swatches, but I'm not sure if those palm swatches are helpful. Like, yeah. So I just wanted to be really informative. But this is such a beautiful green shade. Yeah, you can see the yellow sparkles. Ooh, I kind of went over. Let's just fade that out a little bit. Yeah, so it's, you see it's like two different greens, like a darker green to a toned down green, but this one's really sparkly. Yeah, this one's really sparkly, and then when you turn away, it looks a little bit like more of a gray green. So it kind of turns like a mossy green. So I hope you guys can see the shift better. I can't see right now what you guys see. Now we're gonna swatch OPPY on this side, and this shade, oh my gosh, this one's gonna still be so pretty. I think this one's one of my favorites. This is like one of the wearable shades, smooth formula. So we're gonna swatch it, the one right here. Ooh, it has like a blue, like a bluish base, and this one's kind of bright too. So let me just swatch this. Ooh, yes, it's almost like silverish. Wow. So on when I swatch it on my arm, it didn't look as silverish, but right now I'm seeing more silver. Oh, I see a little bit purple. Oh yes, this is one of my favorite shades already, guys. Okay, and let me just spread that so you guys can see how it fades out. Oh, this one's really sparkly. Like, this one's sparkly too, but you can see it, like, you can notice it more since it's more like a lighter color. So this one you could see like a green, like a gray green, or maybe like a blue green, like a very gray, like a gray blue gray, and it has pink sparkles. Yeah, it's like a mix of green, gray with pink sparkles. That's what all I see. I love this shade. Yeah. So this green is OPHIUCHUS. OPHIUCHUS. This shade is OPPY. Love it. Okay, the Swatch Lunar Lavender on this side. This one's another smooth formula. This one's like almost like a little frosty. So we'll see how it looks on the eyes. Okay, so it looks like this. Lunar Lavender. And this is the most affordable one. I do recommend getting this one if you love purples. And this one's, yeah, so soft. And I could just wipe. I just want to make it even. Yeah, this one's easy. This one, yeah, you see more of a blue right now. Let me get a little more. That's why eye swatches are really good. I'm not gonna go as high anymore. I think just around the eyeball is just good enough. This one's really reflecting. So you see like a purplish base, and then it's just reflecting like a blue. So if you love purples and a little bit blue, like almost like a frosty blue, this is really reflecting the light a lot. And this one's like really textury. So maybe with NYX glitter glue, you could probably smooth it out. Yeah, like it's textury, like as in it's creasing. Like it's looking like it's creasing because of how reflective it is. But I still like it. Yeah. Here's Lunar Lavender. Lunar Lavender. Oh, the Venus in Chains. The shade I'm really attracted to. So we're gonna see how it looks on the eyeballs. I think I'm gonna use this shade today for my eye look, and then a few others, like 2 more. So this one has a little bit like a foily feel to it, so you probably don't need that much. This one's gonna be kind of intense. The next 2 are gonna be even more intense. So it looks like this on the finger. Let's see. I think I have to build this one up because it shows the base. This is the one that stains. So I'm hoping I could remove the stain with my cleansing balm. Oh yes, this one. Yeah, I love the shade. I really love the shade. So let me just help smooth it out. So this one, it's like the base of it, it's a little bit loose. That's why when I swatched it, I was able to see the base very well. Like you could tell it has like a red, like a reddish brown base. Like look at that, it's almost like I have like a matte underneath, and it has like a green sparkle. But yes, I love this one. As I'm putting it on my eyes, it almost feels a little bit putty, just a little bit. I love this one. Ooh, that red is intense. So yeah, I kind of went a little bit too high. Just went crazy with that base. But that's all one shade. It looks like this on the finger right now. Really red. Let's add a little bit more. Let me just add a little bit more on this lid area. Yeah, as you add more, it looks, you see more of the green. So that's what I did with the swatches. I had to build it up to make it even, to see more of that green. Okay, so this one's Venus in Chains. So you see that reddish base, and within the where it's where it's sparkling, you see like almost like a red brown, but on the outer corners it's actually like almost like a brick red. Yeah, and it's really sparkly, like it reflects a lot of green. This green, almost gold. Now for the last 2 eye swatches, I'm so excited to swatch this ZENITH. So this is the most shiftiest shade. Well, from what I have, I'm not sure if they have a shiftier shade from their winter collection, but I say get this one. It's really unique, like very shifty. You see it, you see it, all the shifts. So we're gonna do it, guys. And this one's a little bit chunky, so be careful not to get so much. All right, we're just gonna put it right here. Oh, this is a gorgeous shade. It's like a brown. You see a little bit green, and then the orange, like an orangey red. So let me just put it around. I don't want to go too crazy with this one. I'm just gonna go around on my eyeball. Yeah, I love the shade. It's a grungy, man. Can't wait. Maybe so. You guys, I'm barely like starting out my single collection, so it's not like I have that much. I have maybe around, yeah, I'll say I have around 25. So it's not like I have a huge collection. So if you don't have a shade like this, then I recommend it. So on this angle, it looks a little bit purplish red. It's a little bit like subtle, like it's not subtle, but it's like a little bit toned down. It's not like it's out there, you know. I really love the shade. So on this angle, like against the window, it's almost like a purplish red, and then I see like a very gray, like a green gray base, like a very dark gray, green gray base. So this one we see like 3 different colors right here. So it's this shade right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. You see like 3 different colors already. So yeah, I love this shade. And it's like orangey, like orangey yellow, or like an orangey red, or it's a little bit pinkish. It's like a mix of pink red. I really love this one, guys. I think this is my most favorite. It's like the most shiftiest. The last shade that I'm gonna swatch is Interdimensional. This one's like really sparkling. And it has like a red purple base. So this one stains as well. This one's chunky. This shade, I think this shade stained my arm too. I don't remember, but I know this one stained, and the Venus in Chains stained. This one's a little bit chunky, so don't get so much. And I'm just gonna pat it. You could swipe it if you want, but then you feel more of the texture. Like you could feel the shimmers, you guys. You could shear it out too with all these multichromes or duochromes. You could shear it out, like get a little bit and just have like the hint of color, like the sparkle. This one's pretty. Oh yeah, this one's pretty. It's pretty on the eyeball than my swatch. I underestimated this one. This one's, yeah, really pretty on the eyeball. Let me just flatten this. So if you love teals, purples, and blue, so you see more of the teal and purple on my eyeball. It's popping out, hitting the light. It has like a purplish base, like a purple, cold tone purple base, and you can see the teal because it's hitting the light. When it hits the light, this one hits, you see the teal more. But if you're like in the shade, you'll probably see more of just a regular blue. Yeah, this one's pretty. But out of all these 6 shades, I want to say real quick, my favorite shade is of course Zenith, #1 favorite. And then surprisingly, these 2 shades. I love, my second favorite shade is OPPY, and then third favorite shade is LUNAR Lavender, which is more affordable. Those are my favorite shades. So it just depends on your preference and whatever you have in your collection. But now I'm just gonna remove this, and I'm gonna get my base makeup done, and then we'll be back to do an eye look together. Okay, so I'm back. So it got really dark already, so, and it's raining too at the same time, so I had to bring out one of my studio linings I haven't used in a long time because it's so bright. I have it facing the opposite side of me, just to it can like balance the lighting out because it's too dark in here now. And yeah, so I already went ahead and added a matte shade. And yes, this is the second time I'm using this matte shade. So it's from the Electrum Cosmetics Iceland Fire and Ice palette, and I only use this shade right here, the Hecla shade. It's just an orange shade. So I've been doing this thing. Well, I just started it like I think last week. Yeah, I just started it last week, where I pick some palettes, or I try to. There's some palettes I have not tried because of I just haven't had a chance. So I've been picking some new palettes, and then later in the future I'm gonna be doing like a shop my stash. So I'm doing that on my own thing, but I'm sharing that on my Instagram. So if you guys want to follow, so for my additional content, then be sure to follow over there. Alright guys, I can't help the weather, but yeah, it is raining in the background. Hopefully it's not that loud. It's probably a little loud. It's probably like a little relaxing sound for you guys, hopefully. But I'm gonna use NYX glitter glue. I'm gonna use probably 3 shades from the Terramoons Cosmetics. I'm gonna use NYX glitter glue. I didn't put NYX glitter glue when I did my eye swatches. I just did with the eyeshadow primer. But we're gonna put this because I wanna like a smoother look instead of like very, you know, shimmery. and texture. If you put too much, it's gonna emphasize your creases on your eyelids. So I've added a lot on my eye swatches, so I'm gonna try not to do it for my eye look, of course, but you can add up to it to be more pigmented. The multichromes I want to use, for sure I want to use Zenith. So this, I believe it's Zenith. Oh no, that's Venus shade. This is Zenith. So I'm going to use Zenith for sure on as the main interest of the eye. But the inner part, you know, I was thinking about it. We're going to just add like a lighter base. So I think what would look cute is the second shade. And the second shade is OPPY. So we're going to use OPPY. This shade right here, OPPY. Ooh. Yeah, that NYX glitter glue, man, really helps. So NYX glitter glue will help like it to stay on better, but it also brighten it up. It makes it smoother as well. I'm gonna put it up to right here. I hope the lighting's fine and the rain not that bad. It's just been raining a lot over here in California, but it's good though because, you know, California and Nevada are in a drought, so we need that rain. Or everywhere else, wherever you guys need rain, like, I don't mind the rain. I love the rain. It's really relaxing. It makes me sleep better. Like, I mean, it makes everyone sleep better. You tend to sleep longer. So it's a really cute shade. It has like little pinkish shimmers. Oh, that's so pretty. The next shade, Zenith. So the Zenith is this shade right here. And this one's a little bit chunky. So let me just spread that out. Oh, I got too much. Should I add like a dark matte? I think I might. Or maybe not. Just tap that. Because it adds like a little shadow. Because it adds a little shadow, so it's not like I need to add a matte. But if I want to, I can. But you know what? I think I'll probably just leave it like that. Let's just keep it simple. Like that. Maybe for the bottom, to add more interest, I'll probably do a different color matte. So I think this will look good with the greenish matte. Like a foresty green. So let me see if I have a foresty. I mean, of course I do. But I'm trying to focus on certain palettes. Unless I do a gray. No, actually, let's use this shade right here. Frick. It's a little bluish shade. This is from the Nomad Fire and Ice palette. This one is a little powdery, so let's just tap it. I want to make it more deepen up the answer here, so I'm gonna get the shade Odit. I need to contrast this palette. I love the warm and cool contrast. I did this in the other look too, so let me just add a little bit blue right here. Alright, so I fixed it as much as I can. Alright, but let's see, for the inner corner, I don't know if we should use the same shade or we could use a different shade. I really want to use this, but you know, let's just stick with the same shade right here. So this was OPPY, so let me just use OPPY in the inner part. And it's not as bright, so I'm gonna just use my pinky for this one. Ooh, yeah, it looks like it's a different shade, but it's not. Let me just fix that. It's like a silver in this straight angle. So same shade, guys. Let me just fix it and just put it right there. Alright guys, so I'm back. So I did added a few things. So for my highlighter, I added more highlighter. I had a Dior Backstage highlighter, but I needed more, you know, colorfulness. So I got my favorite Blend Bunny Noctilucent highlighter palette. I used these two shades, Dreamlight and on my cheekbone, and then Dreamlight and Lighten on my brow bone. Gel liner, I use Odin's Eye. I think this is avocado shade. This is in the shade 6. And my mascara, I didn't want to put lashes, so I just put my Thrive Cosmetics Lash Extension Mascara. The shades I use from the Terramoons are OPPY right here in the inner corner and the inner part, and then the rest is Zenith. So since it has a dark base, a bluish gray, I thought it would look good with the Nomad, this shade right here that I use. So I like it, guys. Very pretty. Okay, now for my final review. Well, I'm not sure if I could give it a final review. Like, the formula for Terramoons Cosmetics, this is my collection. Besides this is from Bella Beauty Bar, but all of this is Terramoons. This is all Terramoons. These are all the winter shades, and I just tried on, I mean, from the swatches. Yeah, I love them. So just like I mentioned earlier, my favorite is OPPY, ZENITH, and I forgot which one else I mentioned. Well, I forgot the other shade, but yeah, I don't regret buying any of these shades. So if you guys are looking into more like special, like subtle sparkly shimmers, kind of shifty but not so shifty, then the shades, of course, LUNAR Lavender. It's a pretty shade. That's a really more affordable shade. I think it's $7 only is this shade right here. So the purplish, it's like purplish blue, a little bit like a brown tone, light brown tone base. The other shade's more subtle. This one, I mean, it's bright though. It's not subtle, it's actually bright. This shade's, if you like a green yellow, it's not really green. You would think it looked green, probably in different angles. I think in this angle, yeah, you could see a little bit green, but it's a really bright shade. This is a really bright shade. So this is a subtle shade. I highly recommend this if you're just want something, you know, for every day or something cute, then this is a good shade. If you want the shiftiest shades, then of course ZENITH. I highly recommend ZENITH. Out of all these, I highly recommend ZENITH for the shiftiest, most special shade. And then the Venus and Chain, I think that one's pretty unique too. Like a beautiful red shade. It has like, well, it has my shimmers are already spreading, but I think Interdimensional is really pretty too, so I really want to test that one out. But I think for me, the most unique shade is ZENITH, the shiftiest shade, and Venus and Chain. Those are the most unique shades in my opinion. But that's all I have to say. I love the formula, guys. I love Terramoons Cosmetic formula. And yeah, their stuff is magic. And NYX glitter glue does help. Also, another thing too, I did went ahead and added more of a pigment using my finger. So with the finger, always add more of a punch to it. But yes, guys, so that's about it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video on my swatches and this eye look. I hope it inspires you to create your own look using your Terramoons Cosmetics singles. I know they're expensive, but they are good, guys. They're really worth it. Let me know what shades are your favorite. Which shades did you pick up? Which one do you highly recommend to me? Like, which one should I put on my wish list? Let me know, because I'd love to hear it. And I really hope you guys had fun watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting. I love you guys all so much. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.